Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is an exciting one. I know I probably say it all the time, but it doesn't change the fact. It's super exciting. Nakia Joy Cosmetics has released 5 new limited edition eye pigments to their line. So these are the Chroma Shift pigments. I'm going to show you what the shadows look like on the covers before we get into the video. So I hope you enjoy this part. I certainly did. This is the shade Nebula, and it goes like raspberry to green. There's some gold in there, a little bit orangey even. These are stunning. Spoiler alert, that is what is on my lower lash line and upper lid on the inside. This is the shade Galaxy, which goes from blue to purple. I think there's even some pink in there. If you haven't seen these before, or if you're not familiar with Nakia Joy, go check out her channel. Her reveal video for this is absolutely amazing. She explains everything, she demonstrates everything. It's so good, way better than I can do, but I'm excited to play anyway. So this is the shade Meteorite. The shift on these is just incredible. They are so beautiful. Next up, we have the shade UFO. Look at that. It's, I cannot get over how stunning these are. I feel like I could have gone insane with these and just smeared them all over me. The last one is called Gravity. And that is what Gravity looks like. They are so beautiful. I just love them. They come in these little pots. So cute. I feel they're tiny, but I think that it will take forever to use any real amount of them. So we're gonna get into the video now. I hope that you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Give this video a thumbs up. If you enjoy it, give it a thumbs down. If you don't, brace yourself. I'm about to have a very naked face. Okay, let's just do this. I'm really excited to show you these. So Nakia Joy Cosmetics recently released a new limited edition set in their Chroma Shift eyeshadow pigments. So I placed an order and got the whole set so I could play with them. So I think I'm gonna do an eyeshadow look with these today. My face is naked because I would imagine there'll be some fallout, because I thought I could use like one in my crease, blend it out with a fluffy brush, and then one with the eyeshadow wet on my eyelid to really be impactful and not crease. These eyeshadows do crease on my lids if I don't use them wet. So I'm going to prime my eye, probably do a bit of a brow, and then I'll come back and we'll start playing with the eyeshadows. Okay, I'm back. I've got you zoomed in. I think I'm gonna go in with the shade Gravity and just kind of get that going in my crease and see what happens. Most of my face, like my face is completely undone, so worst case, I have to take it off. But let's just find out together. I watched Nakia's announcement video and she used it like this in her crease and then on her lid, so I think we can make it work. That blended out fairly easily. Will it shift? I don't know, I can't see. Really not a lot of fallout either. I mean, there wasn't a lot on my brush. That's pretty cute. Blended nicely, looks good. It's not sticky or patchy or weird, which is sometimes hard to tell because chrome pigments that shift color often look crickered. What is the word I'm looking for? They'll look patchy, I guess, really is what it comes down to. Uneven. But in the mirror, this looks really nice. But let's wet it and see what it does on the outer portion of the lid, just in case I need to use more than one shade. So I'm going to use my Alamar Cosmetics flat shadow brush, concealer brush. I mean, you can use this brush for whatever you want to. I'm gonna use it to put wet eyeshadow on my lid. So I'm going to wet the brush first and then dip it into the pigment. I assume it's the same formula-wise as her other pigments. So let's see. Definitely getting some fallout from that. Maybe I should wet the shadow in the brush. Wow. I'm gonna wet the shadow too. I can see it shifting on my eye. How freaking cool is that? Hopefully you can see it. Let's just pack on a little bit more. Like I said, my face isn't done. There's nothing to be afraid of. Put some more on my brush and I wet the shadow. Oh my gosh. I don't know if you can see that, but I can. That's so fun. Okay, I'm gonna clean this brush off and dip into one of the other shades. Obviously, there's a bit of a harsh line where the wet shade and the dark shade meet. I will wait till the wet shadow dries and then I'll buff it out a tiny bit just to have a smoother edge there. And I'm trying to keep my eye closed-ish so as to not crease it until it dries. So just give me 1 second. Oh, look at that. I'm like a 2-year-old at the moment. Okay, that first shade was Gravity. I keep getting Gravity and Galaxy mixed up because they are super similar. But after watching Nikia's video, all of the shades are different. They have different color changing abilities. So though they may look similar in swatches or on the cover, they are different. And if you were thinking about grabbing these, they are limited edition, and you should watch her video because she's freaking adorable, first of all, and she's really good at explaining it. I've been subscribed to her for a really long time. I think she and Brandon, her fiance, are just freaking adorable. They are so cute. They are so kind, like to one another. It's really nice. Okay, so I've got that on my brush and I'm gonna wet it and put it in here. Oh, that's fun, because when this one turns more blue, this one turns more red, or you know. Boy howdy, this is fun. Wonder if I can build it up a little bit. I don't know for sure if these will stain my eyelids. I would imagine they probably will. And if that matters to you, that might be a consideration. They did not stain my arm when I applied it to, when I swatched it on my arm. Look at that. But staining doesn't bother me. I pile on makeup as many days as I can, so it doesn't worry me at all. And it usually washes off by morning. So there's that. All right, should I use a different one on my inner corner? I feel like Nebula might be a fun way to go. Maybe it'll be too much. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I do think it's pretty cool that most of these shades have some similarities, so you can pile them on together without it looking odd. Not that I think anything really looks odd. I mean, it's makeup. It's meant to be fun and creative and artistic, and if you do something out of the ordinary or uncommon, and you love it, then that is what matters. All right, so I've taken the Nebula shade and got it on my brush and wet it. So let's put that in here. This is obviously going to be a very dark look, and it's gonna look insane until I do the rest of my face. This is just ridiculously fun. I can't see, my old lady eyes are playing tricks on me. I mean, I could totally, that could do a cut crease without having to futz around much. Okay, I will have to buff that out because I went a little too high with it, I think. Yeah, I think it'll be okay though. Otherwise, I'll just make the other ones higher and pretend like I meant to do that. So we're just gonna give this a minute to dry down, and then I'm gonna see if I can blend out the edges. But man, oh man, look at that. I have no idea if what I'm doing is helpful, if you can see, if I'm just being ridiculous. Hopefully it's helpful. Okay, random tip that I just discovered this morning, not that I just discovered, but that I really put into action and tested this morning, is I've been using this LaRousse Beauty disc to wash my face. I used it this morning to wash my face, and then I thought this might be a really good way to clean up the swatches. And as glittery and shimmery and shiny as these are, it just came right off. Didn't get all over me, just came right off. So while I have it, I am going to just gently get under my eye. Boom. So yeah, these are great for, and I've been using it to clean off my brush, which is working beautifully. There's literally nothing on there. All right, same fluffy brush. Let's see if I can buff out this edge. Yeah, that's totally buffing out. Look at that. And I'm keeping it, because I brought this side in so much higher, I'm keeping my brush to the lowest point of it and really just buffing the very, very edge. Whereas this one, I've got some space so I can do circular motions to buff it out and bring the 2, 3 shades level with each other. Wow, okay. Is that patchy? No. See what I mean? Like, it's hard to tell. Is that patchy, or is it just the shift? It's not patchy, it's shifty. All right, I'm going to go off camera, do the other eye, put on a face, and come back and show you the end results. Okay, I'm back. My face is done. I've done the other eye. I had so much fun playing with these. I'm sure it goes without saying, but I set my foundation with the Nakia Joy Cosmetics Velvet Finishing Powder. I am a huge fan of this. I 100% believe it is the best powder on the market. Whether you are dry or oily, it's the best. My highlight today is also from Nakia Joy. It's the Illuminate Luxury Highlighting Palette. Mine is a hot mess. Don't judge me. I use it. Makeup that gets used gets messy, and I haven't got the kind of time to clean it up. So I went with a couple of these shades, this one and this one predominantly, and they just look so beautiful on the skin and in the inner corner. It's super bright. And when I picked up, I had to reorder the powder because I'm just about out and I cannot run out of it. I added this to my cart. It's the volume set. She has amazing lashes from what I understand, so I was super excited to try these. So I've used the first pair, which are light and wispy, pretty subtle as far as a lash goes, but I like them a lot. For my lower lash line, I went in with the shade Galaxy, which is this one right here. So pretty. Now my inner corner, I went in with the shade Nebula, which is that pink and green one. I did use the world's tiniest brush to do my inner corner. Let me see if I can find it in this mess. This is the number 29 from Refer. It is so tiny, but I wet the shadow and was able to just really specifically place it right in there without it getting all over my face. I did end up with a couple little specks, but they just brushed right away like they were never even there. So, needless to say, I'm a huge fan of these. If you're thinking about getting them, I highly recommend. They're amazing. Yeah, I could not be happier. I've had this shadow on now for quite a while. No creasing, no fading, none of it has fallen on my face. It's just perfect. Anyway, I hope you liked this video. I hope it was at least entertaining for you. Share this video with someone you think might like it. Be good, and remember to be kind to you.